Hiya, me again, back with a lesson for Guitar Solo 2 of November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Oh, and I flipped the guitar around at the start because someone was moaning in the last video. Don't say I don't do anything for you, all right? Once the final leg of the Appetite tour was over, I was back in LA, pretty shiftless and uncomfortable. For the first time in 2 years, I had no predetermined place to be, no job to do when I woke up. I had been away so long that nothing was satisfying, and the everyday business of life seemed alien to me. I wasn't sure how I was supposed to go to the store for groceries after I'd played arenas in Japan the week before. I'd been on tour long enough to forget that I once bought my own liquor and cigarettes. And what I really couldn't shake was the thrill of playing every night. I expected every day to hit the same dizzy climax. I had to fill the void. With the band on a break, I embarked on a solo tour that never left LA. I was more decadent than I'd ever been, because when things stop, when things slow down, and when I don't know what to do with myself, I'm the most self-destructive person I know. I don't see it as some kind of fault. I see it as a natural side effect. After 2 years of touring, it will take anyone at all a long time to wind down. I'd been living at breakneck speed wherever I lived. I had no idea of what was going on with me. I'd done nothing at all to slow or calm down, so I sure as hell wasn't prepared to stay in one place. Our career had meant working constantly just to make it take off. And then it kept on. It was 5 years, it was 8 years. I was 18, I was 23. I'd done it. We'd done it. And now I was home. I smacked up against the wall. The guitar is tuned to E-flat standard, which is the tuning of Slash. It means everything is going down by a semitone. And if you haven't seen the first video that I did for the first solo, why not? What are you doing here? You can't just pick and choose, you've got to learn them all. It's a trilogy, right? So head over there, because at the start, I also run through some scale shapes that are going to make your life a lot easier. Things that you should know. Okay, don't just learn a load of random notes and think, great, what are you going to do with that? You need to know what you're doing. Here's the first part we're going to learn. So this is literally ascending through the notes in the C major scale, but on a single string. However, we're going from D to D. So let's learn those notes in order at first and make your life easier, right? Here's the C on the 5th fret of the G string. And if we use the pattern tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, it'll allow you to map out major scale on any string, okay? A tone is 2 frets, semitone is 1 fret. So here's your C. Tone, tone, semitone. Tone, 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 semitone. And now all we do is run from the D on the 7th fret of the G all the way up to the D on the 19th fret, okay? And to get the same kind of technique that I hear in there, we're going to slide into that first D from below. I then change to 3rd finger for the next 3 notes. And then I go back to sliding with my index finger into the A on the 14th fret. and then back to third finger for the rest. When you get to the top, we're going to hop over to the B string on the 18th fret. Give that a little bit of vibrato. Here is the next very cool little phrase. Just a little warning for you, it's pretty tight up here, okay? We're running out of room. 20th fret of the B, whole tone bend up. And whilst it's up, grab the 20th fret of the high E with the pinky. Then pre-bend release that 20 down. And without picking it again, I repeat, without picking it again, re-bend it back up, okay? Once it's very softly and sweetly faded out, you're going to grab that 20 on the high E again with the pinky. Okay? And then, without making too much noise, let go of the B string bend and then just hit 18, 17 with the index finger. And then you're going to grab the 19th fret of the high E and do a very gentle semitone bend. You don't have to push much at all when you're on the higher frets. Let it resolve and then bring in some vibrato if you can. It's hard to do that because it's such a tiny little bend, and as you're holding the pitch and trying to wiggle the string, if you go a little bit too far or you don't hold it enough, it's ruined. You don't want that. I mean, it is the season to be spooky, but that's a joke, mate. Elderberry and echinacea. It's how I stay looking so young, because I'm actually 59 stone. Next part. I feel like that's a good place to break up the last part of the solo so it's less overwhelming. We begin with a semitone bend on the 17th fret of the B. It's going up, down, and up again. When you rebend it, you can give it a little bit of vibrato. That's actually really fiddly to do because if you miss it, it's so on show that it sounds bad. Remember, you can move a fret above, pitch the note that you bend into, keep it fresh, and then try and match it with your bend. And you'll know if you don't get it right. Listen. Too sharp. So remember, pitch the note you bend into if you're trying to practice. Then we have this run. Best way to break it up, 15, 17, 18 on the B, and then 15, 17 on the high E. And then you're going to tag this onto the end of it. 18th fret of the B, 15th fret of the high E, and then 17, 18 on the B again, 15 on the high E again. Then we're quickly back to the 17th fret of the B for that semitone bend up, and then we're going to hit it again and pre-bend release very quickly. You notice that I get a little bit of silence at the top. That's because my pick comes in to touch the string again. And this is something that happens a lot with pre-bends. You bend up and you want a moment of separation, so just touch the string at the top and then hit it again for the pre-bend. Okay, now we've got this. So that's a whole tone bend on the 15th fret of the B, up and down, pull off back to the 13, pick the 15 again, and pull off back to the 13. From here, and that leaves us with this. Starting with second finger, 14th fret of the G, index 13th fret of the B, and then pinky can grab the 15th fret of the high E. Come back to the 13th fret of the B with the index finger. You're going to hit that 3 times in this rhythm. And then you can repeat. So on the third repeat of that little phrase, where you would normally fret the 15 on the high E, you're actually going to do a whole tone bend and then a pre-bend release with the third finger. Then you've got this. So that's index finger on the high E string, hammer on pull off to the 15 and slide back to the 12. Then you're going to fret the 13 with the second finger. And then you're going to hammer and pull off from the 12 to the 13 and come down to the 15 on the B with the third finger. And then back up to that high E. To finish, we're going to bend up a whole step, 15th fret of the B, grab that 15th fret of the E like we did before with the pinky on the high E string, pre-bend release, and then pull off to the 13. All together, you should have this now. And we're done, for now, because obviously we're coming back with the guitar solo to end all guitar solos. Probably take me the rest of the week to figure it out, but it'll be worth it. Now, thanks for learning with me today. If you did like it, hit like, subscribe, bell next to it. We will do it again very soon. And if you want the tabs to go with the lessons, you can find them on my Patreon. Now, the shorts that I shared of these solos have been extraordinarily popular, so thanks for that. Especially this solo, the second one. And I want to know why. Why does everyone like this one more than the others? Is it just because the algorithm got it right? Or is the second solo everybody's favourite? Let me know in the comments below which out of the 3 is your favourite solo and why. I want to know why. Is it because we hit higher notes? If it is, then we hit even higher notes in the third solo. So explain yourselves, right? I haven't got the time to be figuring all this out by myself. I'm busy. I don't know why I've got the control to me light in my hand. I'm going pitch black, right? Look how crap it looks without the light. I'll see you later.